might cut out or what. I have to check the sound as well. So I don't know what to do if the mic is bad, right? I don't know what to do if the mic is bad. If it's like skipping. I don't know what to do if the mic is bad. If it's like skipping, if you know what I mean. If it's like skipping, if you know what I mean. Anyway, I think the sound is okay. I need to refresh this thing with the news, the title, because I need to change the date. Excuse me. It can't be from 2 weeks ago. It has to be from today. What's today? August 27? 28. August 28th. August 28th, 2026. Yeah. Yeah, so what's new? Right? What's new? Today's August 28th. You can go look at the news because I don't really have energy to I don't really have the energy to talk about anything else because I'm just not in the mood.
It's some form of physical.
Yeah.
Is Lindsay Clancy innocent?
The last couple of days it's been rough because why? Why has it been rough? Healing from my little virus that I had and needing to go to work and just very tiring. Hi at Vic Dreyer. Then I'm uninspired because, you know, YouTube is trying to shut me down. What's new in your life? How would I know what's new in your life? YouTube is trying to shut me down, and it is what it is, you know. So I said to myself, okay, let me try Instagram. To go live on Instagram, you have to hi OJ did it. To go on Instagram, you have to, if I want to go live on Instagram, you have to get 1,000 followers. Now, that's really hard. Then I thought to myself, okay, I should just post for the sake of posting. But then it's hard to use the Instagram post there because each video that you create, it takes 3 hours to upload. So that's really uninspiring. And then you have Rumble. Rumble doesn't either let me live stream on the phone on the app. So, very uninspiring. And to try to start up this new channel, it's also very uninspiring. So, I'm trying to think of what my next steps will be. What's the next avenue with everything. Not only YouTube, but just everything generally. Yeah. Sometimes you know, I feel like, you know, a lot of people, they have a midlife crisis. They reach a certain age. You know what I mean? They reach a certain age. And men, for instance, they reach 45, they have midlife crisis. Do you know what I mean? And they wonder what to do with their life next. They feel oh, their life has to change, and usually they divorce their wives and they go and cheat with some young chick because somehow they feel they are empty and they feel like they've reached a certain milestone and they haven't accomplished anything. You know what I mean? IG is, even Instagram, yeah. It's a pain in the talkers. So, a lot of men, they will go through a midlife crisis and they'll leave their wife, their kids, everything. They just start new somewhere. Selfishly, of course. But why am I talking about midlife crisis? It's just I feel like with me, every single month is a crisis. Not a real crisis, but some sort of, not midlife crisis. Every day is a new crisis because it's you gotta figure out you know, yes, I have my work, yes, I have my hobbies and everything, but I guess, yeah, I don't know. I guess YouTube has been a really good outlet for me. It was really fun for me on the other channel. Arguing with Goyim. But they want to shut me down. So I have 1 strike there and 2 more to go and I'm down. And they don't even let me see they don't even let me see what I did wrong. They just take down the videos, give me a strike. I tried to appeal it, I tried to contact them a couple of times. And each time they just like tell me I violated their rules and therefore, you know, and they don't let me get monetized. I don't qualify. So it's been like a real blow. It's been a real blow. I can't, I'm a one-man band. I don't have strength to fight these big corporations. And then I'm thinking like, okay, where's a really good platform to go and actually, is there any other platforms besides for YouTube that it has a good algorithm that is actually meaningful, you know, where you have interaction and all that? And it seems like YouTube is like the only platform that's actually, but they're making it more difficult now. YouTube, I see a lot of YouTubers are saying like YouTube is making it very difficult to make money on there, and they are becoming much stricter in their policies. I'll probably give it another 10 years. YouTube will go down. I don't think they'll exist in 10 years. Because they're very Nazi-like, you know. But then again, maybe that Nazi-ness, the way they're Nazis, like maybe that's what made their corporation so successful. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I don't know. Because there's no other places where you can actually stream and post videos. There's like Daily Motion, but then you have to pay to be on there. You have to pay them to upload your stuff. So you're just paying them to be on their platform and you're not making any money. You have no, I mean, I'm not sure exactly how it works. See, now I'm talking to myself. No one here. So you have, I upload to Rumble, right? Rumble is a good platform, but there's nobody there. I don't really have there's no one to talk to there. You know what I'm saying? I enjoy the interaction. I guess I've become sidetracked on like what I'm really doing this for, you know? Like to learn. That was the main reason I came on the internet. And oh, look at this idiot on Instagram. Muslims. What he has to say. Yeah. Like, dude, your religion colonized and conquered 57 countries. Made everyone pay the jizya. Your religion is supremacist and dangerous with all the terrorism. So you should sit down and start taking classes from others who aren't one of you. Muslims are getting argumentative. It's unbelievable. So you gotta put them in their place, Muslims, you know? They come with their argumentative shit, you know? They have a lot to answer for their persecution of Jews. But the fact that they literally, like, their leader, Hajj al-Husseini, like, Hajj al-Husseini stood with Hitler, okay? Literally. Like, there's nothing to talk about. You know what I'm saying? to go find my other channel. Oh, here I am. Like 30 or something, I'm saying. Like, so, hi, different strokes. Yeah. You guys want to see the Instagram of these idiots? Instagram of these idiots, these morons. You know what I'm saying? You see his Instagram, it's like, whatever. She didn't go live yesterday, it's exciting. Yeah, I don't really have much of an audience, so I don't know what you guys are going to learn from me here. It's going to be very boring. It is what it is. Maybe I'm just not in the best mood. Probably that time of month. Do you know what I mean? I'm just not like, I feel like the whole day today, I just feel like the whole day today is just, yesterday and today, I think I'm hormonal. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm TFS, sharing too much info. But you know, us women, we have our cycle. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm on my cycle. That's why I feel so like emotional, like really crappy. Oh, Amber, how you doing? Can I see your face? Amber's here, and he. I don't know what happened to him. He got hurt. Some animal probably hurt him, and I'm very worried about him. Hi, Elspan. Nice to see you. But yeah, I'm not in the best mood, Elspan. Really, I'm not in the best mood. Oh, wow. It's just, I think I saw my cycle. That's what it is. You're here to support me? Thank you, Vic. So, yeah. Where am I? I need to feed my animals. Maybe I'll feel better if I feed my animals. Maybe I'll feel better if I feed my animals. Do you know what I mean? Like the whole day today, I just feel like weepy, you know? Like very weepy. Like a weeping willow. Like, just like very like, I just feel like bawling. Like crying. I think it's because it's that time of the month, you know what I'm saying? That's just how you feel. Like, you know, you have the hormonal shifting. My volume is a bit low. Yeah, I don't know what to do because everything is just like falling apart. Like, it just feels like everything that I tried to do just fails, just falls apart, and I don't really do you hear me better when it's closer to me? I don't know how to make it louder. You wish you were in an encouraging mood. What mood are you in? It's better when it's closer to me. I don't know what to do. It's not the best mic. My other mic is something wrong with it, and I don't know how to fix it. So, he went out of the hotspot for a minute, and it's all come crashing down. What do you mean? Oh, you mean with the YouTube and everything? I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore. It's not just YouTube. It's, you forgot she's not Schmerchick. I am Schmerchick though. Look, Schmerchick on my thing. I think it's not just that. I feel like my life is a little bit limited, even though like I love my life in Israel and I have a good time and I have my friends and whatever. Sometimes like I wish I had a little more. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I wish I wasn't so limited with my living situation. You know, I wish I was able to do my art. I wish I was able to, like, I wish my animals had a porch, not a porch, marpesset. What do you call that? It's like out in the garden. I wish they had a place to run outside and do their shit and poop and be outside whenever they want to be outside. I wish my life would change a little bit where, I don't know. With that and then with this whole YouTube thing, it's like I feel like it's shutting me down, you know? Like the Jew haters, they're winning. And YouTube is taking their side. Maybe I am a little bit hateful, I don't know. You know what I mean? So I try to I'm trying Instagram, I'm trying Twitch even, to go live on Twitch. You can actually go live on Twitch. If I'm in Jerusalem, I can go live on Twitch, but I don't know. I still haven't figured it out. Instagram is a little hard because I don't know how to edit the videos on the reels. I have no idea how to edit. I tried to do watch YouTube videos to learn how to do the edits, but I don't understand like certain things. And every time I do the green screen and I try to pull a picture up, it doesn't. Whatever. It's just very strange. And then when I try to upload it, the video, it literally like takes 3 hours to upload. So it's a little bit depressing. And I want to read, so I've been reading actually. I read like probably 50 pages of, maybe I think I know why I'm not feeling so happy. My therapist took a vacation. I haven't seen her in 2 weeks. So, I'm not going to see her this week either. I think I'm going to see her this week. So, usually I have her to talk to about all my troubles. And she's a good therapist. She listens and you broke your BMX frame, your bike again, and you spent a bunch of money on it. Yeah, so I also have this issue. I want to go biking, but my bike is broken. So I just don't feel like going to the guy to fix it. You got YouTube therapy session. I know. Like, if you guys were in here, I would just be talking to myself. So it's like, I feel like everything is just like, my life is, I feel like it's like on, my life is on it's like a stalemate. You know what I'm saying? It's a stalemate. And my life is a stalemate. And I realized that I look at my family, all my nieces and nephews, like my niece had a bas mitzvah this past Wednesday, I think it was, and I missed that. And watching the nieces and nephews grow up through pictures, you know, so I'm not really there. And it's a sacrifice I made, you know, when I moved to Israel, and I'm just not, I'm not really good at, like, finding people to babysit my animals if I want to go visit for, like, a week or two. And traveling is hard for me. I don't like to travel, so it's like, with everything, and then with the fact that I just feel so limited in my apartment. And then, like, when I go outside, like, these neighbors, they're so weird. There's, like, they're doing construction, and then they somehow, I don't know if there's something wrong with their sewer system or something, but I come out of the building through the downstairs, and then there's like another entrance towards the shelter, and there's shit, poop and shit everywhere, like everywhere, poop and shit. And it's really depressing that I walk out of there and there's shit on the floor and it stinks like hell. And those neighbors, they don't even care. You know what I'm saying? And every time I walk out the door, there's like these Arab workers and the owner of the house, whatever. They're so weird. They like stare at me as I walk out. Like I try to go shopping or I have to go to work. I'm going up the steps. I'm like, they just stare at me. They try to talk to me and I'm just like, fuck off, you know? Like, mind your own business, leave me alone. It's very frustrating. I don't know what's their problem. You had a crazy week as well besides that, but everything's back to normal. That's good. I actually try reading Hebrew to native level. I'll open up doors speaking the language of the place. It would open up employment community and whatnot. Israel's got bad English. And moved to Gush Dan. Where's Gush Dan? I'm not very social. Like, I don't like to go to parties and stuff and socialize and sit outside. There's plenty of social places for me to go, like in Jerusalem or even in my town. It's just, I'm not, like, I don't like the attention, and I'm not really so social. I have my friends, but they're all busy because they're either married or they have their families, um, you know, so I'm not going to bother them. Central Israel, West Mixed Town. Yeah, so you have these, like, a little bit too far. I'm like, I don't know what to do. My mics are failing me. They're really bad sound, and I can't, like, hold it, like, you know, it's very upsetting. So, yeah, that's the story. I gave up on dating a long time ago because I'm just not gonna bother myself, because each time it's a disappointment. Like, this is fine, yeah. Like, dating is, like, really tough, and, like, finding somebody normal or somebody that has actual, like, empathy, it's not the easiest thing to find. And I just don't want drama in my life, so, like, what's the point? Man is not a plan. Like, they don't usually, like, when I date, the men, they don't add anything to my life. They're like parasites. They just take and take and take. They just, you know. Gaslighting is your favorite pastime as a Muslim. Your great leader, Hajr al-Husseini, he was the example of who you are as a people. Muslims are so, like, they're filled with, like, they like to gaslight you to your face. So yeah, Muslims colonized 57 countries. Oh, it wasn't colonization. Islam spread in different ways. It wasn't colonization. Really? Alright. Central region of Israel, Tel Aviv and the surrounding areas. I don't like Tel Aviv, okay? I don't like the central surrounding areas because I find in Tel Aviv and in, like, those places, like Petah Tikva, Tel Aviv, all these, like, little places, they have, like, lots of bugs, okay? You have, like, jukim flying everywhere, okay? And I hate bugs. Thank God here are not many bugs, somehow. But there's, like, in the summer especially, you walk down the street and there's, like, creeping crawlers everywhere, and, like, I just can't take it. Especially if I'm living in one of those places and in my house and there's bugs running around, I would freak out. I would be sleeping outside somewhere, and then the roaches would find me there. So barely Osan, barely roaches, barely. So pimple in my ear. I feel more or less the same way about women today, but Mr. Right Womb. I used to ask my father. I used to say, Tati. I used to say, Father, Tati, where's my husband? I would say to him. My father would say, he's right around the corner. Brinchik, he's right around the corner. Oh, which corner? I don't know. Every time I turned the corner, I got, like, socked in the head, you know? Knocked in my... Got, like, each dating experience is, like, wow. Is what it is. So I think, yeah, I feel weepy because it's that time of the month. I know it, and it hasn't been an easy month either because I was sick and I got my tooth pulled. We're in the beginning of the month. Got my tooth pulled. That took a long time to heal. Then I got sick with this virus flu thing, and then I had to go to the emergency room and get myself vaccine. I had to get not vaccine. I had to get myself like, oh, my ear's bleeding. I had to get this thing. What do you call that? I had to get myself. I had to get myself this thing, IV, because I was like dehydrated and whatnot. You would actually do better. IMO. I don't know what IMO is. If you would hit up with someone if you let only guys hit you up, they basically control your dating pool. You look fine. 99% of guys would be flattered. Yeah. I don't know, I'm so shy. You know? I was with my friend the other day and I saw a hot guy that I was like interested in. She was interested in him too. She's single too. She's interested in him also. So that made me feel like, okay, I can't. I wanted to send her to tell him, oh, you see my friend there? She wants you. Because, I'm too scared to do it myself. Yeah, IV. IV? Thing. You put in here? IMO, in my opinion. Well, I can't stand abbreviations. Because I don't know the modern slang. It's annoying. Standing on a corner. He's a gigolo. Yeah. No, he's not standing in a corner. He was a handsome dude walking in the mall, okay? And wearing a uniform in the army. Handsome dude. Probably married. I said, you see that guy? I said, you see that guy? Isn't he cute? I said, yeah, that's my type. And she's like, oh yeah, I like him too. I'm like, oh, you want to go over to him? And she didn't want to. She didn't want to go over to him and say, you see that girl there? She wants you. She wasn't going to do that. So I said, I'm too scared to do it myself. I'd have to ask a friend or something to say, oh, go there and say, the girl wants your number. I've never really dated guys that I actually liked. All of them were ugly creeps. Ugly cretins. Really ugly with, like, eggs. Their heads like this. Not even like an egg. It's, like, literally, like a hut. Yes, you do have character limits and it's annoying. I know. IV in the vein, yeah. In the vein. So I went there and I got myself the IV because that's what they gave me. I was very, like, it's a good thing I went because one of my friends, she was sick and she was dehydrated and now she has kidney failure. So she's waiting for her daughter to donate her kidney to her. And, her daughter is too fat or something. They have to wait till she loses weight and gets healthy. You know what I'm saying? Intravenous therapy, apparently. Yeah, so, I see Vic Dreyer. You said your father told you your husband is right around the corner, but if he's standing on the corner, he's a gigolo. Did you see my pic? Where? Yeah, kidney failure. Kidney failure. She got kidney failure, okay? So it's probably a good thing that I went to get my IV because I'm too young to have kidney failure. And I don't want to get... I don't know how these people in the hospital, like, get IV and they walk around, like, for days and days with IV in their arm and it's so, like, uncomfortable. Do you know what I mean? On Instagram, I saw something. You responded to something with a picture or something. Hi, One Wet. Your adoring fans miss me. I don't know. if I fell off the planet, nobody would remember me. Besides for my family, of course, because they love me. But I'm not like somebody like so. I'm not that impressive, you know. I'm not that impressive that people like think about me every day, you know. Like Dolly Parton's dead. Dolly Parton died, so Dolly Parton died. So, like, she's an icon, you know. Excuse me. She's an icon. Another channel, it's gonna be banned. It's gonna be terminated sooner than later. I know it. And so I come on here to try to build a new thing. You guys wouldn't know. If my channel got terminated, you guys wouldn't even know I have a new channel. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's the story. This month is, I think, I think this month has been very hard for me because of all the sicknesses, you know, just like being sick, getting my tooth out, being sick, and then the animals, you know, having animals in a small space. I say this many times, but it's not easy. You think about me every day, how romantic. I can't post there. I have a strike. No, I can comment on other people's comments, but I can't do a community post. I can't. No. And if I get the second strike, then I can't go on for 2 weeks. Third strike, you're banned. I wish somehow I knew how to hack YouTube so I can reinstate my channel. But I wouldn't do that because that's criminal. And I don't know how to do it, so that's just a thought that passed through my mind. You know what I'm saying? I shouldn't say everything that's on my mind. I don't say everything that's on my mind. I'm just telling you. But then I thought to myself, like, whatever, who cares, you know? Like, YouTube is not everything. Social media is not everything, you know? Like, it's a good place to express yourself. And, like, to be honest, it's been very helpful for me to actually read books and to learn and everything. But, now I'm, like, I feel like I'm at a crossroads or something. I'm trying to figure out what's my next move, you know what I'm saying? My job, with my animals, with my house, with my hobbies, with everything. I have to figure out what's my next move, you know what I'm saying? You posted a picture of the Ambers, Hamashiach related. Yeah, I saw something there. I saw something. That's cute. Victor. I think I heard that. They only banned for 3 days or something. No, it's a week. It's a week. I have another few days. And I don't know why they're so strict. I guess they want to keep YouTube quality and generic. They want it to be like, they don't want anybody like that's crazy and weird, you know? Like, or somebody that's just blunt and has their own style. So, you know, like, I guess my style is just not appealing to the YouTube gods. It's just not appealing to them. So they're like, they take it very seriously. Like, you know, I might have said on the video that they took down, I might have said, yeah, like, you know, like those anti-Semites that come and say, oh, you think you're supremacist, you think you're better than us Goyim, you think we're slaves, blah, blah, blah. And I just say to them, I don't think anything, I just think I'm better than you personally, you know? And I think YouTube might have, like, seen that and said, they told me they don't tolerate supremacism. Did you ever think of moving back to the U.S., not advocating for it or anything? At one, like, maybe 2 years ago, maybe, I was thinking about it, because I miss my family. But then, like, every time I visit New York, I just can't wait to get out of there. You know what I'm saying? I just can't wait to get out of there. I like Israel. I like the energy here. I like my life here. It's just, you know, like, if you're not with your family, it's a little hard. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. The troll tried to rage bait you to make you say explicit stuff and ban you. Yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't even matter. Sometimes, like, they would say, they ban my video, they take it down for hate, and I don't say anything. Like, I'm not saying a word. They just say, oh, it's the entire video. It's just, it's just not appropriate, you know? It's less about what you say, more how you say it. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like I can't win. Whatever I say, they're just gonna... I tried to explain to the YouTube gods. I tried to say to them, you know, like, I have haters. They want to take me down. They hate me because I'm Jewish, and you should go look at it yourself. Go look at the comment section. They don't care. They get a report, they decide, they make a decision, and they want to take you down. This is what it is. What am I supposed to do? You know what I'm saying? Listen, maybe I am hateful. I don't know. Maybe I'm hateful. Okay. What am I supposed to say? Maybe I am hateful. I don't think I'm not. I don't feel hate in my heart. You know, more than anything, I just feel. I don't feel hate in my heart for anybody. I just feel like there's an injustice. Do you know what I'm saying? These anti-Semites come on my channel. I feel like there's an injustice. First of all, I enjoy bullying them. That's number one. Number two, I feel like there's an injustice in the world. And, like, these anti-Semites come on my channel. They come on my Instagram, right? These Muslims. Blah, 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 blah. Semantics. They're going to talk about, you know, like, Islam literally colonized 57 countries. And it wasn't through peaceful conquest. It was through war. Okay. Maybe somewhere in North Africa, they conquered there through trade, okay? Fine. It wasn't through force. Maybe in North Africa, maybe. I'm not sure where. But everywhere else, you know, like, it was through force. And they subjected all their people that were not like them. They made a special tax. And then the guy tries to manipulate. He tries saying things like, my IP address is popping up. Your IP address is exposed. Connection not private. See if I resolve it. What's gonna happen? Checking issues. They're gonna make me pay. I don't have money. There is injustice, but our parents went through worse, and it's our job is to make sure our kids will suffer less than us. Yeah. Muslims aren't even worth engaging. And some of them, they try to pretend that they know a lot of stuff. Like, they're not, like, stupid, you know? Some of them, they don't... Like, the Christians, a lot of them are also stupid. But most of the time, Muslims just come and call you khara dog and kosamek and kosochtog and kosamek and sharmuta. That's all they do. But you have Muslims that come and start trying to, like, rationalize and behave like fancy with history and everything, and try to, like, be argumentative, you know? And I'm just like, dude, you know who you are? You're an Arab. You're a Muslim. Go back to your sand dune and go fight. Take the sand and just, you know, we use snowballs in America, or even in Israel we have snowballs sometimes in the winter. Take snowballs. We take snowballs and we throw it at each other, okay? Take your sand, okay? Make a ball out of it and throw it at each other, okay? Stop talking sophisticated, okay? Go back to your sand dune. That's what I say. This little effort, all they can do is act violent. Yeah. I bet pro Pallies never get banned for saying hateful things about Israel. Never. TikTok keeps them up. Instagram keeps them up. They ban all the Jews. But a lot of Jews stay up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of Jews, they get to stay up. And sometimes the great big platforms, they see you're making a lot of money, so they want to keep it for themselves because they're greedy. So they will terminate your channel, steal all the revenue that is owed to you, and you can't contact them. I've seen TikTok people saying that. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of unethicalism on these platforms. Yeah, online or in real life. Excuse me. You're also kind of stupid sometimes. What do you mean? They make alt accounts like you said, the IG is bad, Twitch is also bad. Instagram and Twitch. I'm on Twitch, but I don't know how to get an audience. One second. No, it's like to have a discussion with a Muslim, like Tal Oren, right? You know Tal Oren? Travel Clat. So if you have unethicalism, yeah. If you have, he likes to talk to Muslims, right? And some of them are smart. But for the most part, I just see Muslims as barbarians. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's how I see them. That's how I view them. Like a bunch of throwbacks to the Stone Age. And they never evolved. They're a bunch of tribal, clannish barbarians and savages that don't know how to live in a civil society. And that's why they're running around murdering people. That's how I see them. Do you know what I mean? Even the ones that the doctors, even in Israel, that's how I see them. Listen, the guy who treated me in the urgent care was an Arab. Nice guy, very nice guy. But still, when I think of a Muslim, I think of that girl in Gaza that was taken hostage in Gaza. When I see a Muslim, I think of the Muslims in Gaza who they were doctors, they inserted ear into the girl's vein and they murdered her that way on camera. That's what I think of them. Nice people, don't get me wrong, okay? I go to the super farm here in Israel, okay? They're all Muslims behind the counter, alright? And I'm sorry, they're nice. A lot of them are nice people, really sweet, real sweethearts. I have lots of positive interactions with Muslims, okay? But they have this culture, which is like, it's like, ironically, it's mostly Ashkenazi problem. I'm not going to fall for all of that. Takia doesn't apply to you. I mean, specifically the early born. What's Ashkenazi problem? Yeah, most Ashkenazim, they think of Mizrachim also. Sephardi and Mizrachim, they think of them as also like a bit wild barbarians, like Ashkenazim, what do? We take the knife, okay? When we're cutting challah on Shabbos, alright? We take the knife and we cut it, okay? We cut pieces nicely. Nice clean slices, okay? My father will take his time to cut each slice of challah, okay? He'll dip it in salt and eat it, and then he'll pass it out to everybody on a plate, okay? Or even just pass it down, one piece down to first comes the mother and then everybody else. The oldest to youngest gets challah first. That's how it works. The Mizrachim, okay, the Mizrachim and the Sephardim, they're like animals. They take the bread and they tear it apart like animals, and they start like breaking into pieces with their bare hands and they start throwing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, who does that? My brother-in-law is Ashkenazi, but somehow he was raised in Israel since he was 9 years old, and he takes on this, what do you call that? This culture of breaking the bread with his hands. Like, why? Why? Oh, because his father did it. Why do you have to take on the culture of barbarians? Okay? Just because you live in a certain area, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to tear the bread like an animal. You don't have to tear it apart into shreds. Like, what is this business? You know what I mean? Be dignified. Do you know what I'm saying? Be dignified. Okay? Fine. You don't have to eat the pickled gefilte fish in a jar. That's the only kind of fish that I would give to my enemies. To specifically my exes and the Mizrachim. Give it to them to eat. Okay? Alright? But, when we have gefilte fish that we make, we cut it with a knife. Okay, we don't take the gefilte fish that comes like this and start like squashing it and crumbling it and then like putting a little bit on each person's plate. And then you sit on the floor like an animal. What's his business? Do you have a brother? I have 6 brothers. We got kicked out of it. Be a Hebrew Israelite chat because a black Hebrew Israelite because they said they were the real Jews and migrated from Israel. I said history doesn't support that, and I'm of this mass migration. Well, they're gonna say, oh, history was written by the victors, and they weren't the victors, so yeah. So, like, I don't know. Like, I remember when I was. Listen, I remember when I was like, where was I? I don't understand Mizrachim. You know, maybe I shouldn't date them. Or even Mishlings. Stay away from the Mishlings. You know what a Mishling is? It's mixed breeds. Stay away from them. I don't know. Whatever. Anyway. So, what happened, right? What was it? What do I want to say? Yeah. So, yeah, I have 6 brothers and 4 sisters. You only have 1 brother? Well, not everybody has large families. You know, like my parents, they didn't come from large families. My father only had 1 brother, and my mother only had 2 brothers and no sisters. Each culture got its outliers. Mizrahim got arson. Yep. Ashkenazim got Jews for jihad. Picture poison. I'm sure there's leftist Jews. In Israel, there's leftist Mizrahi Jews. I've seen it. You know what I mean? I don't know what I want anymore. I don't know if I want an Ashkenazim. I don't want anybody. I just want to, like, I'm attracted to the dark look, but I think I'm just done. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's been a real disappointment. But he's rich AF. Oh, your brother. That's nice. They definitely are. Yeah. I don't know, like, I was sitting on the bench in my town. Outside. You listening? I take Raspberry for a walk, and then there's like a place in my town where like there's a gas station and near the mall, and there's like an ice cream place. And across the street from there, there's like a high-rise building, and there's like a nice benches so you can sit and watch all the action. You know, you can see all the army people coming and going and everything. And it was yesterday. I was sitting on the bench talking to my sister, talking to my niece, and I was on the phone, and it was like so strange. Like I saw these cars going by, and a lot of these Israelis, like, they just stop and stare. They don't stop, but they're like staring. Maybe it was my pigtails. I was wearing buns, and then one guy, like, I think they can sense, these Israelis, they can sense if you like stick out of the crowd. Like, they wouldn't act like that towards natives. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't act weird with the natives, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm sitting there and you have these Israelis that are like hanging out the window staring at me like, you know? It's really strange. Yeah, like hanging out windows and like looking out the window as if they're like interested or something. And even they stop to ask me directions. They ask me directions. And it's just like I can sense that they know that I'm not from here. Do you know what I mean? Because I don't think most Israelis, you can tell that they're Israeli. You know, they have a certain attitude, they have a certain air, they have an aura. And I thought to myself, like, they wouldn't do that to Israeli girls. Like, they wouldn't fuck with them, but they tried to fuck with me. I just ignore them. I got a tourist look. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Whatever. Motherfuckers. Motherfucker. Oh yeah, and then I went to work on yesterday. You listening? Natura Carta, yeah, Vic Dreher. There's Natura Carta, and then there's leftist secular Jews who are for jihad. Gays for Gaza, you know? Yeah, so yesterday I was on my way to work, okay, in Jerusalem, and I sit down in my usual spot, okay, under a tree, And this Arab guy, okay, I was just minding my own business, okay, reading my book. I was reading my Kindle, okay. I was reading my Kindle, and I'm reading the book of Azargath, which is actually really boring. It's supposed to be informative. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be informative, okay? This book, it's about the history of war. So he goes back to the primitive times. He goes back before the organized religions, before any of this. He talks about the tribal. He goes even, Homo sapiens, whatever. So I'm up to page 245. So I read like 50 pages yesterday. On my way to work, right? Yes. YouTube isn't the thing anymore for me, and they don't let me on because I don't have subscribers or whatever. I mean, they're trying to ban me. And what's that? Wait, what's that? I need a drink. Tell you what happened. I can't just go anywhere and people just leave me alone. I mean, I guess it's good that I'm not invisible, but it's never like the hot guys that are just normal that are interested. It's always the freaks of the world. It's just really annoying. It's the freaks of the world that have the balls to approach me. Everybody else will just, you know. And if a hot guy wants to go out with me, usually they're crazy. You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, one time I was hitchhiking. From for what it's worth, you knew that I was Ashkenazi for the moment you saw me. You weren't sure if I was Israeli or not. Yeah. There's something wrong with my table. Like, whatever. So, where was I? In a few moments, the animals are gonna wake up and they're gonna start running like crazy, and like when the night comes, they're crazy. They run around and they scale the walls. Anyway, so one time I was hitchhiking from Itamar, northern West Bank, right? I was hitchhiking. I couldn't remember if it was to or from. And this handsome guy, he let me hitchhike with him, and he starts asking me questions, Israeli, and then he wanted my number, and I said, okay. I wasn't really interested in going out with anybody because I was involved with somebody else. But I was having this discussion with him, and he told me that if I date him, I have to keep it a secret, and I can't tell anybody because he's in a religious neighborhood, blah, blah, blah. And it had to be a secret, and I said, okay, no, that's not gonna work for me. Yeah, hitchhiking in Judea and Samaria. That's what everybody does here. So, yeah, that wasn't gonna work for me, and I gave him a little bit like of a hard time. I was like asking him questions, and he blocked me. He blocked me. But that was like the only handsome guy that ever like wanted to date me. But he had his conditions, you know, like he wants secrecy. Any guy that wants secrecy, stay away. There's this problem. There's something wrong there. You know what I'm saying? It is risky, Osman. It is. One time I had an Arab stop for me. He wanted me to come in his van. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the Jewish girls, they took one look at him and they said no thank you. You know what I'm saying? Israeli girls. It's risky, yeah. Sometimes you can't. After being here in Israel for 9 years, I already know who's a Jew or an Arab. Sometimes you can't tell. Like, for instance, this lady who's a nurse, when I went to get the IV, she could have been Jewish, but, like, she didn't look like a typical Arab, but I felt like she wasn't Jewish. She had this energy. You would do good if you're assertive and engaged with someone and be like, yeah, I'm very shy. You know, what you see here is just to show I don't see you. I literally don't see you. I don't know who I'm talking to. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not so afraid. It's not scary. Like if you, for example, Osman, would go take my videos and start commenting on my videos, that would be more personal, and I'd be very scared if people did that with my videos. Maybe I think I'd be very nervous to see what you guys have to say. But like, I'm very shy in real life. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't look at me, don't talk to me, stay away from me. Like, I just want people to leave me alone. You know what I mean? So that's my downfall when it comes to guys. Because I'm very shy. I'll see a guy and instead of wanting to approach him, I'm gonna run the opposite way because I am scared. I'm very shy. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so back to Jerusalem yesterday. I was in Jerusalem and um I was sitting under the tree where I usually sit, okay? And minding my own business. Where I sit, it's like near a children's school, I think. And then near it is like a bus station, like a bus place where you wait for the buses to go to the central bus station. And so I'm sitting under the tree doing my own thing. I was reading a book. The first step is always the hardest, but it gets easier the more you do it. No, I'm also like a little bit worried that like if I initiate and the relationship goes sour, it's gonna be my fault. You know what I mean? Then like I can't blame anybody but myself if because I initiated. You know what I'm saying? That's why I prefer the guy to initiate, because then I know if like it goes bad, then I don't regret it. I know it's not my decision. You know what I'm saying? Psychologically, that's how I feel. So I sometimes I wish I could just one of my friends would just go over to a guy that I like and say, "See the girl there? She's interested. You want to go out with her?" My friends they want the same guys that I want, so it's not gonna work because we have the same taste in guys. So anyway, like I if I were to date a guy, I need a guy that has a full-time job and busy. You know what I'm saying? Has a life. He has to have a respectable job that he has to have things going for him, because I can't respect the guy that's just sitting on his tuchus and twiddling his thumbs and thinking about jerking off to dead Marilyn Monroe. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just can't do it. Or somebody plays video games all day. Nice knee, okay, different strokes. Calm down, bro. Calm down. What's wrong with me? Anyway, nice knee. Listen. So, where was I? Yeah. My calendar's over, you know? I have a new calendar. I can't believe the year went by so fast. I had this calendar. It's over. The new calendar's starting in September. It goes. It's over. August. There's by the way, cat shit all over this. That's why it is like whatever. The game guy is really extreme case, especially here. No, it's not. Okay, it's not extreme. You know how many guys I dated that are gamers? You play video games all day. That's a very depressing. Different strokes apology. So depressing. Oh my god, it's really depressing. Maybe video games is not so bad because you have the interaction with the people, right? But the live people, you use the internet, right? You're playing with other people, so I guess there is something to it, but it's pointless. You know what I mean? Like, it's as if you don't have like a real life outside of sitting in a dark room playing games all day with loud noises and booming sounds. You know what I mean? So, yeah, if a guy plays video games, for me that's automatic red flag. I'm not interested. I don't care what job he has. Plays video games? No. Here and there it's fine, but if it really becomes a real habit, it takes over your schedule and you don't know what you need to do, then it's bad. Yeah. Yeah, I just... You don't do what you need. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so back to yesterday I was at work, waiting to go to work. Okay, I was a little early, so I was sitting there and I was reading from this author, Azar Gatz. I read the reviews, okay, and the reviews were all like, the people were like so excited about this book, and the reviews on Amazon, they were glowing about this book. But the more I read, there's a lot of information in it, but it's so boring. It's very, very boring. You know, like the other guy, Yuval Harari, his books were more interesting for me. It was more, even though there's a lot of information in it, it wasn't as boring to read as this book by Azar Gatz. It's called Wars. War and Human Civilization. So I'm only 27% into it, and there's another 500 pages. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 600. 550. 600 pages. Maybe it'll get more interesting after 300 pages, you know what I mean? Maybe. So I was sitting there reading my book. I hear you. I'm not going to judge you, Different Strokes, because I don't know you. Different Strokes, I don't know you. So I'm not going to judge you. You know, like, you're not in my life, so I'm not like, I don't care what you do in your life. It's your life, you know what I mean? I'm just talking about myself, like, what I'm going to put up with. You found an interesting title, How Jews Lived Under Christians Compared to Muslims. I didn't look it up further beyond the title. I need to. Under Crescent, the Cross, the Jews and Mary's Ages, Mark R. Cohen. Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna go look it up and put it in the tabs. I wasn't able to take your advice on how to compile the information offline. And second, what is this? These don't count. Yeah. So, where was I? Notepad. This is a Kindle. This is Kindle. Kindle, you can buy it from Amazon, and then you can buy books off of Amazon. And you can also, like, buy books of Amazon, and you can download. You can pay. I paid like $12 a month to be able to read Kindle Unlimited. So not all books are on Kindle Unlimited. You have to buy some of them. Like this guy, Azar Gat, had to buy it. He wasn't on Kindle Unlimited, so he wasn't under the thing where I can pay $12 a month and read whatever book I want. So I had to buy it. You know what I'm saying? So I take this with me when I travel, so that I'm not bored, and I didn't understand a lot of what it was saying. I was too lazy to go actually do the research. What are you saying? Hi, Mr. Positive. Nice to see you. E-reader, yeah, I don't know what e-reader is. It's the same thing, e-reader. So, I like to take this to have books to read, because sometimes YouTube is boring. There's nothing there that's interesting. I lose. And anyway, I want to learn, so I try to read. So, oh, the Arab replied. Muslims are full of shit, you know? They like to gaslight everybody. They like to lie. So anyway, yeah, so I'm sitting there under the tree. Okay. I'm sitting there under the tree. All your followers should be as loving and dedicated as I am. Exactly, Mr. Positive. So you're very positive. Where was I? So I'm sitting there under the tree, minding my own business, okay? I'm sitting there minding my own business, and this Arab guy I wasn't sure if he was Arab, but I think he was. He was cleaning. He was cleaning the place, right? He comes to me. I'm sitting there, minding my own business. He comes with his broom and his shovel, okay? His broom and his thing. And he starts, like, sweeping right near my feet. And he starts trying to talk to me. Okay? And I was just, like, being polite. He's like, oh, you're so beautiful. Love the nose hardware? What does that mean? He's like, you're so beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Where are you from? Oh, you're visiting? I said, yeah, I'm visiting. He's like, you're from America? How long are you here? 2 weeks? I'm like, yeah, 2 weeks. And he's like, you're so beautiful. And I'm like, thank you. And I, like, he just kept sleeping and trying to talk to me. And then I picked myself up and I moved on. It was a good spot, you know what I'm saying? It was a shady area. There was no sun. I was sitting in the shade, minding my own business. Nobody there. I could sit and read until I have to go to work. And he comes to disturb the peace. So I left and I went to the place where my job is. And I tried to find a shady spot, you know. It's really annoying. The municipality cleaner, yes, Oswan. I don't know where these people get the guts to talk to me. I was putting on lipstick. That's why, maybe. I was putting on my lip gloss. Just because I'm putting on lip gloss doesn't mean I want his attention, you know? These people have issues. Serious issues. Anyway. So, yeah. Nose ring, face jewelry. Yeah. Anyway, where was I? This is not my Kvetcher's Corner anymore. This is different, you know, my other channel is more appropriate for Kvetching. Subjective perspective. This channel is actually, I was trying to make it into something more official and better. Maybe it's the way you dress and your posture. Israelis are thirsty for tourists. It was an Arab. It was really. Anyway, so. Yeah. Just weirdos. I haven't developed a serious backbone like Israelis. I need to become a bitch. First guy that I dated when I came to Israel, he was like, I'm gonna teach you how to be a bitch. That's what he told me. I'm gonna teach you how to be a bitch. You know? And I was like, yes, please, thank you. But he didn't teach me how to be a bitch. You know? Whatever. If I were a true bitch, I would have taken him to the cleaners, you know? He was very rich. Could have taken him to the cleaners. Cleaned him out. Got him to buy me a house. If I were selfish, manipulative, and a bitch, I would have made him, because he was making all these promises to me, so I would have, like, been like, yeah. I would have made him carry out all his promises. Who am I dating? He was an older man. He was an older man. He had a lot of money. If I were a bitch, I would have made him buy me a house. But because I'm not a bitch, and I didn't want anything from him at the time, I just don't like that. I'm not gonna take advantage of people. You know? I had this other guy recently that sent me like 2,000 shekel, and I sent it back. I don't want people's money. Do you know what I mean? It's just not the way I am. If I were a bitch and a user, I would just take everybody's money and I would just block them. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give them back their money. I would just take it. Take the money and run. But I'm not like that. You know, I have integrity. I can't just take someone's money because they're a fool. You know what I'm saying? Or they're trying to get with me. I'm not going to take the money just because they're idiots. Whatever. It's all good. Anyway. Where was I? Where was I? talk about the news? Should we talk about the news, or should we just sit here and be miserable? Do you read books, Sven? Or you don't really? Do any of you read books? Do any of you read books, bitches? How did the Arab guy got your phone number? I didn't give him my phone number. I didn't give the Arab guy my phone number. Which Arab guy? The guy who was sweeping near my feet? Saying, oh, where you from? Blah, blah, blah. I didn't give him. If he would have asked me my phone number, I would have said, no, I'm sorry, my father doesn't let. That's what I would say. Or I'll say I'm married. It's been a while since you read a book, and it's mostly technical related. Yeah, so this book on war, okay? I'm trying to read it, okay? I'm 250 pages in. It's taking me weeks and weeks to read it, and it's really boring. And I'm not even sure I'm actually absorbing any of what I'm reading. So that's been really annoying and really irritating for me. And so that's what I've been doing while I was traveling, because there's only so much I can listen on the headphones with the phone to listen to YouTube, to listen to idiots talking. You picked your phone earlier and talked about a gab later. Oh, that Arab guy. No, it's on Instagram. He's commenting on my Instagram. No. That guy is talking on my Instagram. You want to see? I can show you. Yeah, I'll show you guys. If I could do this. Heaven help me. Instagram. Okay, let's make myself smaller. Resolve now. Let's see if I can do 1 second. No, I can't pay, sorry. Okay, enough. Suspended British doctor takes aim at ancient Jewish prayer. Zionist Amida. Nothing's off limits to these bigots. Okay, so here we go. Look at this guy here. Okay, so my video here, right? So you have all these freaks. Look at this guy. Gari. 1 second. Oh, look, here he goes. This guy here. I'm a Muslim, and precisely for that reason I reject the idea that Islam teaches the persecution of Jews or Christians because of their faith. Islam commands respect and protection, blah, 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 liar. I said, dude, your religion colonized and conquered 57 countries, made everyone pay the jizya. Your religion is supremacist and dangerous with all the terrorism, so you should sit down and start taking classes from others who aren't one of you. Then he sent me this whole thing about how it wasn't so simple, right? Look, if you want to discuss history, then let's discuss history, not slogans. The claim that Islam colonized and conquered 57 countries is historically simplistic. No, it's not simplistic, it's the truth, right? But, okay, some places they were doing business and they influenced the people to be Islamic, right? Most of the places, the way they influenced them was by the sword. The modern list of 57 Muslim majority states is not a list of countries conquered by Islam. Many of those states did not even exist as modern nation states when Muslim empires existed. That is irrelevant to the conversation. Like, they were peoples with their own places and their own culture, and Islam cultured, they colonized, right? They need to go and gaslight and say, oh, as for jizya, it was historically tax applied to certain non-Muslim subjects under particular Muslim governments. Muslims themselves were subject to zakat and other forms of taxation. Listen. So that's another form of strawmanning the argument, right? Like, just because the majority of the people, everybody in the country, had to pay certain taxes, like like a normal society. It does not mean that the specific tax for Jews being just specifically for Jews. It's a tax for protection, because if they wouldn't take that tax, they would be killed. It was a tax of force. You can criticize historical taxation system, but calling the existence of jizya proof of supremacism is not serious historical analysis. You hear this? This is the gaslighting. And terrorism is not synonymous with Islam. Oh, yeah. Excuses. You know what I'm saying? This is who we are. I said, gaslighting is your favorite pastime as a Muslim. Your great leader, Hajj al-Husseini, was an example of who you are as a people. Oh, they read a whole long thing. See? Collective stereotyping. Blah, 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 blah. You know what I'm saying? Excuses. What did I say? All I hear is excuses. All I hear is excuses and taqiyya. And straw manning of every single factual argument I bring up. You are really an example of someone who won't take responsibility for your culture. Literally. One Muslim did X, therefore Muslims are X, is not history. It's just a collective stereotyping, he says. All I hear is excuses and taqiyya and a straw manning of every single factual argument I bring up. You are really an example of someone who won't take responsibility for your culture. This is still the pumpernickel. It's a shame. Maybe that's why your societies are collapsing. Wait, don't eat my thing, pumpernickel. Oh, look, other people are commenting. Another idea for stupid propaganda is, as it happens, nobody cares. People are commenting. It's very funny. Okay. Right? Okay, so now, look, this is my, what I try to do on YouTube, right? I'm on Instagram. Whatever, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Isn't stereotyping always collective? Yeah. But stereotypes are there for a reason. It's an AI response. It's an AI response. I bet 90% it's an AI response. They say the same playbook stuff. We protected you from Christians. We brought you to Jerusalem. You didn't have to fight and whatnot. Yeah. But he just goes on and on and on. It's like, this guy is, he just goes on and on and on. He, like, this huge thing. You have to distinguish between specific individuals, organizations, governments, and entire peoples. Like, when the Muslims go and lynch somebody, like what they did to, what's her name? Like what they did to Shani Luke, that was a collective attack. They were a mob. They weren't specific peoples. It was a collective, you know? There have been 70,000 attacks from Muslims since the start of the millennium. Those who cry it isn't Islam to the West never fight to prove that against their fellow terrorists. Yeah. These guys are really flying kites over Israel. Yes, they are. Seems like they're testing the Iron Dome. Yeah. They only know how to argue Western North sentiments. They used to do what those were exposed to Latin before October 7th. Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons why Muslims' societies are collapsing. So if we go and look at his channel, actually, for example, let's go look at his channel, shall we? He's just showing the devastation of Gaza. He's showing, like, dead bodies. He's a good propagandist for Gaza. He shows pictures of dead kids. you can't know what's real and what's fake with these people because they, you can't really know what's real or fake because they use AI a lot, and a lot of the time they'll have children that are alive and they will pretend like they're dead. I think it's a Gazan actually. It's somebody from Gaza. Probably Hamas. I wouldn't be surprised. Right? Probably from Hamas. I wonder if I should report this. I'm very like. Do you have to be embarrassed to? Oh, he's a Mexican Muslim. Free Palestine, Tawik, Shia resistance. A Mexican Muslim. Can you imagine? What, like, if you haven't seen anything, I guess it's not so far off from Mexican culture because this is the way they murder each other in their cartel wars. You know what I'm saying? They did quite a lot of economic damage, burned out entire farmlands. Yeah, with those kites and stuff. Sometimes I wonder if I want to like report these like profiles to the Mossad or something, like to the Shin Bet. You go to the government website and report them, just so they can keep track of these freaks. You know what I'm saying? Look at this guy. Seriously? Stupid music. Palestine will be free. Can you imagine? Creepy cretin. Anyway, that's who's coming on my channel. On my Instagram. If I knew how to respond, if I know how to use, edit Instagram without getting lost and everything, I would definitely waste my time using his profile as, to dismantle him. It would take too much effort though. Whatever. Yeah, so that's my channel on the Instagram. This is the newest one on, what do you call that? On the Christian Jews, right? This whole idea, you know, like people say, oh, collective thing can't be, you know, collective, you can't do collective. I think that stereotypes are there for a reason. They just try to demoralize the great pacify and make this sort of the new formal now. Yeah, so a lot of them, they like to like be sophisticated. Anyway, yeah, so that's Instagram. Let's go see what else there is. I don't know how to use Instagram. I need to learn. I don't know how people make it so like, they know how to work this thing. They know how to edit and everything. Anyway, should we go look at the news? Listen, I'm sure that there are children in Gaza that have been killed in this war, but Jewish children have been killed in this war as well. That's what happens in war. People die. Do you know what I'm saying? That's war. But there's a difference between people coming to your home to murder you and, like, face to face to murder you. There's a difference between that being with the intent to hunt you down and murder you and your family and rape you and do all different kinds of terrible things to you. And there's a difference between bombs dropping. Let's be real. Anyway.
I'm giving up my number.
I mean, I like dogs. You know, you can leave it.
I know, but I'm really not going to give my number. You've got it. I'm not going to give it.
No, that's wrong with you.
It's not. If you don't leave, I will let my dog bite you.
I just did it.
Rich, look. Look, Rick.
That's a good dog. it's very scary.
Seeing such vile misinformation spread like this.
Okay. Instagram it's a rabbit hole, you know what I'm saying? It's about the sleep soon, actually. You're about to sleep. You went out for a week. I dialed back a bit when I go to sleep as well. Good. Good for you. It's not good to stay up at night. It's very bad. Right? It's been a good therapy session. It's been a good therapy session. It's been a good therapy session. Okay, let's go and look at the news, shall we? It's very depressing, like, when people actually, like, there's so many people who are pro-Palestine. It's just very depressing. And you actually come face to face with it, you know, when you make, like, Instagram videos and you have a Mexican Muslim who is pro-Palestine. That's his entire thing. It's wild. But it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. And then they try to argue and try to gaslight you, and they try to make things semantics, you know, saying, oh, collective this, collective that. It's like, no, sweetheart. Certain religions, like Christianity and Islam, are guilty of collective crimes. Okay? That's just how it is. Oh, but the Jews are not collective. Oh, you don't like people to say that about Jews, blah, 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 blah. And it's a little bit different because the majority of Jews are not running around raping little white Christian girls. And the majority of Jews are not running around, okay, not even a small percentage, running around blowing things up. The majority of Jews are peaceful people, you know what I'm saying? And the majority of Jews don't scam people. And even if the Muslims say, oh, yeah, well, the majority of Muslims don't terrorize everybody. Well, they have there's 2 billion Muslims, and you have, like, probably a couple million that are fanatics and trying to blow things up. So that's scary, you know what I'm saying? Okay, not all Muslims are going to blow something up, but it's always going to be a Muslim. It's always going to be a Muslim, isn't it? Anyway. Finland discontinues 20 million UNRWA, whatever. Canada cancels travel authorization of Arya King with no explanation. He tells Post. Israeli citizens abroad push to gain voting rights for upcoming election. U.S. Treasury. The question is, should people that live outside of Israel be able to vote? What do you think? Osman, if you're still here, do you think that people who don't live here should be able to vote? Because I don't know how I feel about these people, because if they're Israeli citizens that want to vote for leftist policies and they live outside of Israel, they're not going to be the ones to be getting killed by leftist policies that are put into place to hurt Jews. So I don't know if they should be allowed to vote. Like, what do you think? They're a citizen. They don't live here. They don't live here. We also need to clamp down on law of return. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that? Restrict the law of return further? What do you mean by that? It's complex. You mean, like, don't allow people who have one grandfather from their father's side who is Jewish to become Israeli citizen? Like, what do you mean? We need to be selective at who we want to accept, not just Jews. What do you mean? Can you elaborate? Israel's government must save the country before it's too late. Following DNA trails, a Jewish family shattered by the Holocaust discovers its lost branches. A DNA test revealed more than 50 relatives Adriana Turk never knew existed, breaking decades of Holocaust silence and bringing her to Jerusalem to meet family she thought was lost. Okay. A time of normalcy, not emergency. What do you mean? What to watch in Israel this week? Classic action movies and remembering Dolly Parton's best roles. As Europe remains divided over Israel, North Macedonia finds new reasons to stand with Jerusalem. Okay, transgender Israeli computer engineer detained by ICE following kidnapping charges in New Hampshire. Why? Why does he have to be like that? Why? You know what I'm saying? Former Gaza hostage Emily Damari marries partner Danny Amit in Tel Aviv wedding celebration. I still feel a little bit like it's one thing to have a ceremony if you're gay, right? You might not know we had a lot of Ukrainian immigrants that came soon after the Ukrainian war. They got benefits and left back to their home country. So they're citizens. We also have Reformed Jews that technically can get citizenship. But they're not Jewish. They're not Jewish. A lot of Reformed people, they convert Reform, they're not Jewish. We have all these lefty Jews in America. We don't need them either. Yeah, I agree. This gets complex and muddy real fast. Yeah, I agree with you. You know they gave me hell trying to prove that I'm Jewish here? They wouldn't let me in without me getting a letter from the rabbi and everything. For you, I guess Messianic Jews matter. Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed in. That girl, what's her name? She shouldn't be allowed to live in Israel. I don't care. Ukrainian, whatever. Let her go live with the Christians. She should go live with the Christians in Europe or in America. Let her stay there. You know. It's not just for me. It's a matter of I think it's a matter of Jewish pride. If you're gonna allow Jews who are traitors to live here, you know what I'm saying? Because Christians that are Jewish Christians, they come to Israel with their crosses, okay? They're disrespecting the Jewish culture here. Like, I'd rather have Goyish Christians living here amongst us than Jews who are Christian. Because Jews that are Christian, it's not their natural state and they're traitors. We had a Russian kid, Jewish, came after the war. He actually is extremely left-leaning, speaks badly about Israel and Nidia. He recently says it was his family from 2022. Wow. Yeah, why is he allowed here? If he doesn't like here, he should go back to Russia. Why does Israel should revoke his citizenship? I guess that comes with the freedom because it's democracy. You're allowed to have your opinion, right? But if he's so left-leaning and he hates it here, let him go back home. I think maybe if Israel's a little bit more strict than, I don't know. It's fine, Osman. I know you're tired. Go to sleep. You don't have to stay here. You've been a great support therapy. You know what I'm saying? Listen, you see this couple? So, I saw a video on Instagram, I think. They were under chuppah. Okay? And to me, it looks like... First of all, what's she wearing? Okay? Second of all, why are they under chuppah? You know what I'm saying? Like, who are you kidding? I mean, it's maybe it makes them feel good about themselves, but when I look at that, I feel like cringe. To me, it feels like cringe, like you're wannabe, like it's not the real thing, okay? You're two girls getting married, and it's not like a man and woman under chuppah. It's just not. What are you doing? Cracking a plate? Like, what are you doing? Why are you under chuppah? Just say your vows without doing anything Jewish. I'll say something you personally might not like, but I want some Hebrew proficiency tests as well. I want people to assimilate. I'm assimilated. I'm assimilated, Osman. I'm assimilated. Okay. I'm assimilated, aren't I? I'm not. You're allowed to say what you want, but I'm assimilated. Okay. I am. I think, more or less. I know some words. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so they got married. Okay. How do they get married? You can't get married in Israel. Like, you have a civil union? What is this? Yeah, so I saw a video of them, and then the guys go and they pick her up. They don't pick the fat bitch up here. No offense to fat beautiful bitch. They pick up the girl with the suit, and they hold onto her legs and they carry her off like she's some sort of, I don't know, dude or something. It's just very strange. That Russian kid is very known on the interwebs. He does a lot of damage. I could look up his name if you were curious. He needs to be kicked out. If he doesn't want to be here and he hates Israel, then he should go home. Why are Israeli, like, if he seriously hates Israel so much, then that interferes with, doesn't that interfere with, like, freedom of, democracy? Like, he's allowed to have his opinion, no? Like, that's what Israel is. It's a democracy, isn't it? Like, listen, I agree with you. Everybody should learn Hebrew. Listen, I'll tell you the truth. I lived on a farm, okay, in Itamar. I lived on a farm for 2 years, okay, among only Israelis. Nobody spoke to me in English. I was just sitting there, okay. I was sitting there. Nobody spoke to me in English. Nobody spoke to me in English. Okay, I was just among Israelis, and I didn't know a word. And I was just sitting there, and all the Israelis were talking to each other and everything, and whatever they said just went over my head. Just went straight over my head. And at some point, because I wasn't talking to anybody in English, and I didn't know Hebrew, at some point I just felt like I was losing, I forgot how to talk, I became mute. Like, I felt like I was forgetting how to talk altogether. So, and I was there for 2 years, okay? And I barely picked up any words. I guess I picked up something, because now I know a few words. When I first came, I knew nothing. But, like, so much for assimilation. And then after I made Aliyah, I left the farm and I made Aliyah. And then I actually went to Ulpan. Okay? I still didn't pick up anything. I went to Bezalel. Okay? I'll hold it up against you, honestly. I just wonder how many people are like you. I don't think it's good. If you don't know the local language, you're at a disadvantage. I agree with that. It's very hard to navigate, without Hebrew. Life here is hard enough for immigrants with no family. I don't want to know. I promise you it wasn't easy. It was not easy. It was so hard. It was so hard. The first few years when I was here, I would cry every night. It was so hard. It was very hard. I would cry every night, okay? That's the truth. So what do you think of this couple? Never mind. I'm sure Ynet will have something interesting. Right? Our favorite platform. The real victory. Former Gaza hostage Elkanah Bohbot welcomes birth of a new daughter. Aww. The father looks disgusted. Whatever. It's not my business. Maybe that's just the way he smiles. Excuse me. Former hostage Elkanah Bohbot at the Israeli Premier League match between Beitar Jerusalem and Maccabi. Seriously? I mean, that's beautiful, but like, Maccabi match? Like, who cares for sports? I don't know. Forced birth control in Greenland violated women's rights. Didn't constitute genocide. Whatever. Okay, let's go see. Israel is back. Hits back at 15 countries. EU over criticism of UNRWA. John Ossoff distances himself from left-wing streamer Hassan Piker, joining several Democrats. Irish man arrested in France after threatening to murder Jewish couple and invoking Hitler. Am I surprised? 4 men plead guilty to March arson attack on Hatzalah ambulances in London. Remember that, right? California can make Jewish and ethnic identity under groundbreaking new bill. Anti-Semitism vandals target Dolly Parton's Wikipedia page just hours after her death. Anti-Semitic ideology deeply embedded within the far-right German AfD party, new AJC report shows. Okay. VW CEO confirms Iron Dome production talk. Okay, let's go and see. Why not? They always have crazy stories on there, right? Send me the link. Can read it up if you're curious. What link? What link? What link are we talking about? What link? People are hungry. Iran braces for new protests as economic crisis deepens. Coded broadcast follows CIA chief's Moscow visit. Israel turns tiny caravan into home on wheels. Oh, that's what I like. Israeli turns, fed up with soaring rents, Israeli turns an 11 square meter caravan into a home on wheels. I like that. I want something like that. I would like something like that. Oh, that's pretty. I like the wood they have in Muscan. Where do they get their electricity from? Right? The marriage one? You mean like if gays can get married? You mean like the J Post article? What's her name? This one or the gay one? Or the other guy? So he constructed this in 4 months. That's nice. Have a gas oven. Oh, that's very nice. Oh, that's lovely. But it could be a bed or a seating place, a dining area. I wouldn't mind something like this. I wouldn't mind something like this. And then you could plonk down anywhere and your cats could go outside and get lost somewhere. Is that wood? Interesting. It's a little too small. I would like something a bit bigger. The gay one. Okay, let's get the gay one here. Copy. Paste the gays. The lesbian and the gays. Do you see the article? Do you see the article? You can't because I'm not on my regular channel. Mobile home, yeah. Hi, little kitten. Hi. Hi, little kitten. You smell like a poopy? Did you make a khaki? Yeah? Do you stink like a poopy? You're fine? You have poopy all over yourself? Can I see your little arms and your legs? It smells like a poopy. Okay. You don't have a poopy? Why do you stink like poopy? You're coming for affection. Yeah? Suddenly you're affectionate? Like, why? Why? You like me? That's interesting. You like me? You actually like me? I used to have my Tarzan. I got Tarzan when he was small. It looks just like him. And he used to sit on my shoulder here. And he used to hug me. This one doesn't. This one doesn't really like to be sent to me if you're curious on how they married here. I can read it up tomorrow just to tell you what I think. So you didn't see the article because I'm not in the right. Okay, I have to switch 1 second. Switch to this one. Second. I could give you, if I'm on my thing, I can give you 1 second. Do you see it now? Got it, because I had to switch the channel. Because I think if you're not like, if you're not from your own, if you're not on your own channel, then nobody can see links, right? 2 cats. And we have 3 cats. 2 for the price of 1. 3 cats. Hi. Why does this think like a cocky? Yeah. Stinks so bad, like a poopy. He smells like a poopy. Why do you stink like a poopy? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Smells. Okay, let's see what else there is. Oh, that's nice. I like the story about the thing. I wouldn't mind owning something like that, and then I wouldn't want something to like. If you own it, the problem is that like, if you own it, what ends up happening is that whoever's licking his ass. Oh, it's gross. Oh, that's so gross. Oh. Oh, that's gross. Anyway, sorry. He's licking his asshole. Why? Why do they have to do that? Why? I'm telling you, I don't, listen, I can handle a lot of stuff, but like, listen, I know they're animals, but like, oh, he's trying to groom him, but still. Amber. Asbury wants attention too. Oh, I see. I don't think they're fully healed from their skin problem. Asbury, my hands are full. I don't know what to do, okay? My hands are full and they smell. They need a shower. Oh, here comes Pumper. They're really funny, cats. They're really funny the way they're like. Oh, cute. I don't know why they suddenly. Okay, so Jewish ties mean more than shared. What bad belly? Bad belly. Listen, maybe the answer is not to have democracy. Maybe we can't have a democracy in this country. You know what I mean? Maybe that's the answer. Okay, let's see what else there is. Al-Shara's busy week. Israel talks. Kurdish deal reopening. Okay. Travel. Israeli Dolomites proposal turns into violent clash over Palestine. Not interested. What is it? These anti-Semites, these bigots. What's wrong with these bigots? He says things are relatively calm, which is a good thing, you know. No news is good news, like they say. No news is good news. Raspberry, I love you, but my hands are full. Protesters rush to idea of checkpoint over arrest. Okay, there's a lot of stories on here, right? With all these idiots reporting you for something bad, you see? Hold on. Oh, you remember a long time ago we had a chatter that asked, why do you degrade yourself through these live streams? The rage bait ones, he meant it in good faith. Because he said you're in a crossroads. If you still want to do live stream, I kind of agree with him. Maybe it's not worth it. It's enjoyable, but it's like fast food. Kind of feel empty afterwards. I didn't really feel empty afterwards because a lot of the time, like after all the nasty people left, there was a nice conversation with people that were actually there. Like, you go through a lot of anti-Semites, right? And then you have a lot of people. That's how I got a lot of subscribers going through the live, like the rage bait. You know what I'm saying? I got a lot of subscribers. That's how I got like 4,000 subscribers doing the rage bait. You know what I mean? I don't know how to enable the slow chat. Subscribe only mode comes to mind too. I enjoyed talking to anti-Semites. Like, it was fun to like. It was really fun for me. Cathartic, therapeutic. It was like really nice to like. It was really nice to bully, like to try to bully them. You know what I mean? Okay, listen. Yeah, it's not tasteful. I get it. It's not tasteful. It's not pretty. You know what I mean? It's not pretty, but it's not like my channel hasn't gotten strikes before. I have gotten strikes even before I started doing rage bait. You know what I mean? And it's just a waste of time. I think most people here are specifically for you, unless for this stream. It's a losing battle. Yeah, but how did you find my stream? You know what I'm saying? Anyhow, against these trolls, IMO. Forgot what that means. You can just engage in chit chat without all these idiots reporting you for something bad you say. Enable slow chat, subscribe only mode comes to mind. Yeah. I hear you. See, the thing is when I would do the rage bait, right, all the anti-Semites would come on. Then, after like 20 minutes, it would be like, there were people that found my channel, they subscribed because of the rage bait, and then we have a nice conversation. Do you know what I mean? At the end. Check that she's in that poopy. So I think I disagree with you, but like, that's how I got all those subscribers, through the rage bait. Do you know what I mean? Like, once I get 50 subscribers on here, then I can also do rage bait again and grow the channel. I found you through your book reading, actually. Yeah? Well, I think most people didn't find me through book reading. You know what I'm saying? I had for a while, like 1,000 subscribers and... Uh-oh. Bugs coming in. Bugs coming in. No, I can't do this. This is why I have cats, because they're gonna go after the bugs. That's why, because I don't have a man to kill my bugs. You know what I'm saying? So that's why, one of the main reasons that I got animals is because one of the reasons I got animals, like cats, is because I wanted them to catch the bugs. You kill them. And I'm scared of bugs. Right? I learned that when I fart, I can just put you guys on mute so you can't hear me, you know? Okay, what else we got? Patty from Ireland arrested after threatening Jewish couple. This is one of the risks of opening a window. And then you have these freaking insects coming in and start flying everywhere. And I don't like bugs. Hashem, get rid of it. I'm gonna have to chase it out. Oh, look. Pumper, go get it. Pumper's gonna wanna go get it. You see? This is the benefit of having cats. They're gonna go get it. Go get it, Pumper. Yeah, go get it. It's a green bug. Oh. I don't like to kill bugs or animals or anything, but like, come on, man. Now I'm afraid to. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh my god. Oh my god. Did it went out? Did it go out? No, it's still there. Hope my neighbors don't see me. My neighbors are gonna get angry. See me with the broom outside the window, like, what the heck? Okay. Did I get it or not? Did we get it or not? That's why I need a man. Some men are scared. Listen, I know. My sister-in-law said that, they'll just use anything to say against you. They'll try to kick this channel too. Yeah. Yeah. We know you fart when you move, Mike. Listen. Even my channel had gotten a strike before when I was doing book readings for hatred. I just think I'm not appropriate for this. Yesterday you saw you reading night and I called you, oh daughter of Zion. God calls the people daughter in Zechariah. Very nice. So, yeah, I think we got rid of the bug. I think, no, but the cat's still looking for it, so I think they see something I don't see. So I was not very successful, I guess. So this is one of the reasons why I got cats, because I wanted them, if there's a bug, I wanted them to go after the bug. Yeah, go get it. Pumper, get the bug. Get it. Be a good cat and get it. Yeah, kill it. Yeah. Kid. Yeah, you see it? Yeah, go get it. Go get it. Yes. That's a good cat. That's a good cat. Yes. Yes, go get it. Yeah. Don't go to bed. Nice to see you. Despite all nonsense. Thank you. Thanks. This is very therapeutic. Hope we'll see you tomorrow too. If not, Shabbat Shalom. And tentatively, Shabbat Tov. Tentatively. What does tentatively mean? Okay, Shabbat Shalom. Have a good day. Thanks for being here. Have a good day. And don't let the bed bugs bite. Oh yeah. I put like soap. You know what I mean? Thanks for being here. Listen, I like to say, oh yeah, I don't care about my subscribers who like subscribes, blah blah blah. And I like to say that, but the truth is that it's really fun to talk to people on here. So I appreciate the people that, you know, excuse me. Heavy rain, thunderstorms, and flooding on the way. Oh yes, cat, such a nice cat, such a nice. Police issue safety warnings. You didn't hear nothing. Police issue safety warnings on an unusual August storm set to bring heavy rain, thunderstorms, and flooding to parts of Israel. When is this? Today? Israeli police are preparing for the rainy weather expected from Saturday night through Sunday and are warning of heavy local rainfall and flooding. According to police statements, rain is expected and mainly in northern Israel, along the coast and in the coastal plain. There may be local flooding, particularly near the coastline. Police officers will deploy in relevant areas and along the major roads to assist motorists and maintain public safety. Israel police said updates regarding road closures and traffic disruptions caused by the weather will be issued on as conditions develop. That's wild because, like, you know, in Israel, we have, it's not usual to have rain at this time, you know? Forecaster Lior Sudri predicts that Friday will be partly cloudy to clear with a slight drop in temperatures, particularly inland and in the mountains. However, temperatures will remain slightly above average and it will be humid along the coastline. Saturday is expected to be clear to partly cloudy, with possible local rainfall in the northern mountains during the afternoon. Rain is expected to begin Saturday night in northern and central Israel, with possible thunderstorms and a risk of flooding in coastal city. Very nice. Sunday will be partly cloudy, with local rainfalls still expected during the morning and afternoon. Flash floods in eastern Israel, with a drop in temperatures. Police are urging the public to avoid areas where hazardous weather conditions are expected and to follow the forecast. The public is advised to avoid unnecessary travel and hiking in streams and flood-prone areas and to consult the relevant authorities. Very nice. Yeah. Time is it? Oh my god. Oh my god. Somebody was shot. Okay, whatever. Yeah. Okay, so that's that, my friends. Anyway, that's that, my friends. I don't think. The cat sees something that I don't see. You see something, Bumper? Yeah? Get it. Get it and kill it, Bumper. Get it and kill it, please. Thank you. You gonna get it? Medals. Anyway, time to go to bed. Time to go to bed. Okay. There. Tried to like candles today for Shabbos, but basically point. I tried to basically light candles for Shabbat. The problem was is that I couldn't get in the house while the candles were on, so I had to put them out, which is very sad. Because I can't leave them lit with the animals, you know what I mean? So, okay. I think I'm just gonna go off now and go to sleep, get ready for bed. Okay, so, it is what it is, my friend. It's been real. Looks like Osman left, and I'm tired also. It's around like, what time is it? It's around 11:28 p.m., nearly midnight. Anyway, it's probably a better idea for me to go to sleep. anyway, and hope tomorrow will be a better day. You know what I mean? Hopefully tomorrow will be a better day. Right? Good night, one way. Good night, people. Okay? Take care. Thanks for being here. It's good therapy. Okay, bye-bye. Good night. Shabbat shalom.